Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the YouTube channel, part of another match reaction. Firstly, apologies for the lateness. I have been out all day, so I've not really had the opportunity to film. So, yeah, better late than never, I suppose. I'd still managed to catch up on the game, but I've just, as I said, not had the opportunity to sit down and, yeah, dissect the game. Which was, I'd say, another shocking result. We might as well open up an art gallery at this rate because we love a good draw. I mean, what's that? Our 11th draw of the season? Cool, blimey. Yeah, I can't lie. I think that game pretty much sums up our entire season in a nutshell. No creativity, no flair, no impetus in the final third, and obviously the shit officiating on display. So, yeah, I guess one of the few positives today was the fact we didn't pick up any hamstring injuries, which is, I guess, a big plus. I mean, why can't we be grateful? We didn't pick up any hamstring injuries today. Yeah, the game itself, I mean, the first half, I think it was end to end. It was open at times, and we caught Everton on transition a couple of times, which, again, gets me on to my next point. Like, why do Arsenal fans think Gyökeres isn't going to hack it into the Premier League? If he was going to come to the Premier League, obviously, the amount of space that we had and the amount of times we hit Everton on transition, and it's just the decision making is, oh God, I don't even need to speak on that. Trossard had 2 or 3 opportunities where we hit them on transition, through on goal, too greedy. And obviously Sterling had another opportunity as well. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what to say. The second half, we brought on the likes of Saka, Martinelli, Ødegaard. Still nothing. I reckon we actually look better from an attacking standpoint without them players on the pitch, to be honest with you. Although I thought Martinelli looked sharp when he came on. Had a decent shot, which was a decent save by Pickford, and then Marino had a header which went way wide. Apart from them 2 opportunities, I can't think of many chances we actually created. Everton, they weren't spectacular either. Overall, it was just a shocking game of football. Considering this was obviously the last game between Everton and Arsenal at Goodison Park, and I'm going to say this now, class, dignity from both clubs regarding, obviously, Kevin Campbell, obviously legend of the game, and it was so nice to see that tribute in the 9th minute towards Kevin Campbell, obviously. So, yeah, rest in peace to him. But, yeah, awful game of football, but at the same time, we gotta talk about the officiating. We just have to. I mean, I'm laughing at this rate. There's no point moaning because we know how shit these referees are. And today has just proved it. It's proof in the pudding why, you know what, we might as well appoint AI to do the officiating than these English ones, because I'm pretty sure it cannot get worse than this. I mean, the penalty for starters. Look, I've watched it back about 15 times already, and I don't really blame the referee for giving the penalty, because on first glance, you would have thought, right, Lewis Skelly has pulled him down, right? But when you look at the replay, and when VAR is there for that specific reason, to dissect replays and tell the referee, right, you could actually have got this wrong here. They check it and then they go, yeah. Especially when it's Arsenal. It's always like a 10 to 15 seconds check. Whereas if it's against Arsenal, it always takes 5 minutes. Like, it's jarring, bro. And after watching it again, right, as I said earlier, I've watched it about 15 times and I can tell you, for me, it's not a penalty, right? Both players are caught in a 50-50 and they end up both on the floor. Furthermore, the contact was made outside the box. So it's not a penalty. And I think we did get shafted with that. But why is Raya diving so early again? What's happened? Like, last season against Porto, brilliant at saving penalties in that game alone. I mean, saved 2, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. 2 brilliant saves as well. Against Atalanta in the Champions League. Cast your mind back to that. Brilliant double save. And then recently, like, what is he doing? Like, he's dived before I've even reacted to him diving early. It just doesn't make any sense why he's diving so early. And I reckon he's actually set the tone early on in that second half. He set the tone early in the second half before that penalty was even given, where he came out of his goal, which hasn't been the first time. Just please. Oh, for the love of God, stay in your goal. You are a goalkeeper. Please stay in goal. Stay in your goal. Or else you might as well be playing midfield for us. You might as well be playing midfield if you're just constantly out of your goal. I swear to God. Look, Raya's had a very good season. And he saved us in a lot of games. But, bro, please, 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 stay in your goal. Your job is to be a goalkeeper, to prevent goals going in to your own net. Please, stay in your goal and fix up your positioning as well. Because it's just, yeah, it's shocking at the moment. It really is. Actually, no, back onto the referee. I want to speak from a neutral's perspective as well, not just from an Arsenal perspective, because obviously I spoke about the penalty, right? But towards the end of the game, in fact, no, before that, if I'm not mistaken, O'Brien, I think his name is, when Raya caught a cross from, I believe, was it a corner or a cross? I can't remember. Well, basically the same thing. And O'Brien gets in his way, and he's on a booking, but he doesn't he doesn't get sent off for it. Like, why? Why are you not getting bookings now? Unless if you're an Arsenal player, unless if you're wearing red with the cannon on your shirt, you don't get penalised for obstructing the goalkeeper from kicking it out. And he did it twice. And towards the end of the game, hilarious. Just, oh my days. The ref, I'm pretty sure, right, gave a free kick to Everton. Right? I think it was for, Trossard kicking the air. Gave a free kick to Everton, and they blew for full time, and then looked at the screen and resumed the play. So he allowed Everton to lump the ball into the box. Raya obviously dealt with it, and then the ref blew for full time when he was just about to start a counter attack. What are we doing here? But I don't want to make this all about referees, because it's not all referees. Because at the end of the day, we still had plenty of time, like 40 minutes to still, get a winner. And we had the likes of Saka, Marino, Erdegaard, Martinelli. Them players are Arsenal's biggest threats. And we didn't do anything in that second half, apart from a Martinelli shot, which was saved by Pickford, and A Marino header that went way wide. Like, that was pretty much it for the second half. And, yeah, that's all she wrote for the Premier League title, ain't it? So, all focus towards Real Madrid on Tuesday, and it's worrying, to be honest. I'm worried about Ødegaard as well. That's another one I want to come on to. I mean, I've stuck up for him for ages, but I'm starting to get fed up of you. I really am. A moment in the game where Tierney, who had a very good game when he came on, by the way, brilliant cross, Ødegaard hits it against his other foot, and I'm like, really? Really? And Real Madrid, I mean, I'm telling you, you came from their academy. He's played there since I think he was 16. Surely, this is the game for you to turn up in. And you better do as well. Because I can't be having this. I can't be having these performances week in, week out. And it honestly feels like it's an Ødegaard thing at the moment. With him actually, regressing than an injury thing. It really does. And I think because it's happened back in November, no one really pays attention to it. So, look, I'd give him until, next season? And if he's still performing the same way, then yeah, fix up or you can go. Simple. You're playing for Arsenal Football Club. No player is bigger than the football club at the end of the day. So that's my piece on Ødegaard. I think he's got one more chance at Arsenal next season to prove himself, or else he can go for all I care. Martinelli looked decent when he came on. Seems like he's found his Brazilian passport. Who else? I mean, Kiwior at centre-back. Looked decent, to be fair to him. But then again, you're facing Mbappe on Tuesday. You were facing Beto today, who's been in decent form for Everton, to be fair to him. But you're then facing Mbappe on Tuesday. And look, he still played some brilliant passes over the top to Trossard, which he didn't obviously convert. So that's going to be interesting to see how that pans out and whether we can open Real Madrid up. Because at the end of the day, defensively, they're not great. But at the same time, they lost today to Valencia. And we're coming up against that Real Madrid team who's going to, they're eager for a response. They ain't going to show any mercy. So it's worrying, to be honest with you. But, hey, pray for Real Madrid, innit? So thank you guys for watching. Another match reaction. And we'll see you on Tuesday.